Sierra, good to talk to you. Welcome to the show.
Hi, hello everybody.
So 2020, can you kind of give a brief overview of the Huobi business now, geographically where it operates, and some of the business lines?
So today we are a global company with products and services in many different markets. Like I said before, Thailand, Russia, Argentina, Turkey, Japan, South Korea, UK, and much more. A big part of driving crypto adoption is making it more accessible to all types of users across different markets. So we take a product-driven approach to empower users on our platform. As of today, Huobi ranks first among top exchanges regarding aggregate funds deposited. Also you can also say is asset under management. So according to a popular data provider, Bituniverse. So user capital deposit on Huobi recorded at 5.73 billion US dollars. It accounts for over 5% of the entire digital asset market cap. So nothing that this is only our users' assets. It doesn't count assets that Huobi Group itself owns. And the deposit of funds is the least feasible and it's the most meaningful indicator because exchange is not like a wallet. People deposit it into your exchange only for trading, not like trading volume is just I think it's a factor that can be manipulated sometimes because if you just give zero fee accounts. Well, if you give zero fee accounts to high frequency trader, you can get as many volume as you got. That's probably the reason like CMC or CoinMarketCap, they started to rank exchanges by different metrics, not just trading volume, because you see if you just see trading volume rankings, you see Huobi or like Coinbase or Binance, those large exchanges actually rank like really low, like maybe 200 and stuff, and you see names that you've never heard of. So that's but like funds deposited, it's just something that you can't fake.
Any other thoughts on kind of regulatory structure around the world, what you're seeing kind of trends wise and how you're handling, I guess, the differences?
Yeah, so when it comes to licenses, every country have different, natures and different rules. So which is partly because it can involve a host of different agencies and regulatory bodies. So more often than not, there is yearly involvement by local SEC as well as other financial agencies that oversees the process. They all have varying levels of due diligence and requirements. So it's not as simple as classifying the process between markets, say like the East versus the West. One thing that's common is that all regulators look to access and exchange security, liquidity, and track record as a starting point. So it's incredibly important for them to know that exchange in question have enough market depths to provide liquidity. And also that exchange is not easily hacked or manipulated. And many countries place a limit on the number of licenses issued within a given time period. So, and that's why, like I said, in Japan, we just went there and we started very early, and that's how we were able to become the first bunch of exchanges who got that. So we also see some biases towards the domestic exchanges. So it adds to the complexity of the license process. But what we do see is that crypto adoption is accelerating at a rapid pace, and more nation states and regulators throughout the world are embracing digital assets as a necessary and legitimate asset class within the broader financial ecosystem. Crypto has become much less taboo than it was years ago.
Kind of recently, Huobi's had a history of launching products into competitive fields and having pretty quick success. Can you talk a little bit about how kind of operational you attack those kind of new segments and how kind of behind the scenes that success actually happens?
Yeah, so one thing that we're really proud is the diversity of products we offer, which aims to make crypto more accessible to all levels of users. So from first-time traders to experienced institutional investors, part of what makes this possible is the way in which our organization operates. And like many other crypto companies, well, built much more like a traditional financial institution with set processes to ensure regulatory compliance and the highest level of security. And accountability is important to us. So everything gets documented properly, and we undergo regular audits across different departments. And however, when it comes to product, we operate much more like a startup. We are a 1,600 people organization, but we work in like a lean and a very young and fast changing environment, and welcomes new ideas and encourage collaboration. And it's like the same with our management team. We always set our strategy together. Is not like our founder Leon just make up the call and say, hey, we're gonna do that this way. Every time we make new strategies, company-wide strategies, we always sit down, all of our management team, and we make it together, and we take ideas from different people very seriously, and we can take a product idea, from idea to launch in a much shorter time than many of our competitors. So, which means that we're able to respond quicker to market changes and user demand. And ideas for new products can came from anywhere. Like our users, we always listen to our community. We run survey all the time. We're always in the community. Like me personally, I'm always on Twitter, almost too talkative, and in Telegram groups, always talking to our users. Even when we take caps, when we talk about digital currency and they are Huobi users, I'll talk to them. Team members, ecosystem partners, and we move fast once we've successfully sold the idea internally. So from here, we conduct quite a bit of market research, determining the possibility of a product which includes user survey, market analysis, legal due diligence, and much more. So for example, we recently launched a crypto saving product that allows users to earn interest on their crypto holdings. So interest is paid out daily to users' crypto saving accounts with support for real-time settlements. The initial idea was first accessed through a survey of nearly 500 users to better understand their needs and wants. So what we found is that most crypto holders are looking for interest-bearing investment vehicles to park their assets. So we knew crypto savings was the right approach, and the foundings informed many of our decisions as we developed the product. So taking a product to market can vary depending on what it is. But in this case, it was very straightforward since we extended this to our existing trading community of millions of users. And we found that this product is particularly appealing to first-time and newbies to crypto users, and as a good point into trading. So it fits nicely with Huobi's ecosystem. And the product is currently in public data, but we're limiting signups so we can closely monitor it and ensure it delivers on our users' expectations before we open up to everyone. But this is our test, learn, and iterate approach to new product launches. And we've also been quite successful with these new products because we've built a diverse ecosystem of key business units like Huobi Global for spot markets, futures for derivatives market, Huobi Pool for mining, wallet for user-facing wallet, and much more.
One thing that's also been interesting to see at Huobi, I guess the kind of founding team, some of that group from 7 years back, hasn't been as they're well known in China, but they haven't been as public facing to the West. And it seems like you're kind of taking more of a public facing role in the last year. Can you talk a little bit about that? Some of the strategy around that, how you're thinking about, I guess, being more public as a company?
Yeah, so branding is especially important in crypto because it's an industry where trust is very crucial, especially being exchange. People have to trust you in order for them to deposit their assets into an exchange and trust you with holding their assets for trading. So through the Huobi brand, we want to continue strengthening our position as a secure and reliable platform that's trusted by millions of our users globally. So we want Huobi to be trusted. We plan to accomplish this by expanding on much of what we already do, bring transparency, professionalism through the product and services we provide to user. So there are too many crypto companies that build their brand, around questionable marketing techniques, and we want to be the opposite of that. Prior to my joining, Huobi hasn't done much branding in the Western market, but my goal is to change that. And Huobi is one of the most recognizable names in the Asia Pacific region. But as we continue expanding internationally, we plan to build Huobi into a globally recognized brand. And there's still a lot of work to be done for growing the brand and share our voices and share our vision and share that we want to make things right and we want to listen to the community's voices in the Western market is a priority for us. So I've been, putting a lot of time, and on Twitter and on talking to our users community and attending all of the conferences that's available online and taking interviews just so that our users around the world can know who's actually working at this exchange, who's actually be leading global markets, and who are we dealing with. And I think that's very important.